1967, while still playing for the Celtics, Russell took over as a coach when Red Auerbach was promoted, making Russell the first African American to coach any professional sport. Given the racial tensions of the time, this act was easily among the top civil rights moments of the decade. In 1968, as a player-coach, Russell faced Jersey West, who led the Los Angeles Lakers in the NBA Finals. Russell would win title number 10 in over 12 years of playing. In the 1968-69 season, it was Russell's last, and he ended it by winning the 11th championship title, defeating Jerry West and familiar rival Wilt Chamberlain. In 1972, Russell's number 6 jersey was retired and was inducted into the NBA Hall of Fame in 1975. He was not big on media and relished the spotlight, and he preferred to let his game speak for him. Russell led the way to brother black coaches such as Lenny Wilkens and his Boston teammates Casey Jones. Beyond his contribution to the game on the playing end, Russell's coaching job ushered in a new wave of African American prominence in a game that was largely dominated by whites at one time.
Why was it significant that Bill Russell was the first African American coach in all sports?
When Russell was named to the position in 1967, he became the first African American coach in any sport. And not only was that significant that he was a pioneer, but also you have to remember that this was only 3 years after Lyndon Johnson signed the civil rights legislation. So the United States had gone from 1861 with the Emancipation Proclamation until 1964 without African Americans receiving full rights. And then within 3 years after that, you had the Boston Celtics, the most prominent NBA franchise, making Bill Russell, an African American man, their head coach, which is really historically significant, obviously. What makes it even more significant is the fact that Russell was not some subservient Uncle Tom figure. He was a very outspoken, sometimes militant civil rights activist who actually was on the dais with Muhammad Ali when Muhammad Ali refused induction into the Army during the Vietnam War. And Russell was up there with Jim Brown and some of the other famous athletes of the time. And so the combination of the fact that he was a pioneer and the fact that it was so soon after the civil rights legislation was passed, and that he was not somebody who was just going to, kind of do whatever management and Red Auerbach told him to do, that he was a strong and active member of the community and was a civil rights activist. All of those things make his situation really, really remarkable. And Bill Russell is a really shining example to everybody. There would not be a Tony Dungy or a Lovie Smith or any of the coaches and general managers who now are much more prominent in professional sports without Bill Russell.